Hey friends, welcome on back in here if you are returning, and welcome if it's your first time. Glad to have you all here. How y'all doing? I'm doing great, and I hope that you are too. Per usual, I'm doing fabulous actually. It's been a great day. It's been a exuberant and wonderful day. Hopefully the same for you. Anyway, today, what I want to talk about is y'all liking this video. Share, subscribe, comment. But I actually really want to talk about some things I do to keep positivity circulating in my life and talk about the importance of it, the significance. Your mindset is everything to your growth. Your mindset determines everything. Your mind governs all. Your mental health, your psyche, all of that is composite. So, as humans, we are conditioned to a lot we see, we take in flight. Y'all heard that plane? We are exposed to a lot of negativity, but we're also exposed to a lot of positivity. It happens though that negativity is louder more often than not. So when we're not careful and we don't begin to condition ourselves to do something different, we are conditioned more toward negativity. So it makes it difficult for us to reposition ourselves in life to see the more positive aspects in things in life. People often refer to them as silver linings. You can call it whatever you like as long as you keep it positive. Whatever that means for you. It's just being able to see the delight, the glory, and the favor in a thing that perceptually can be conceived as bad or not good or not ideal, because there's always a positive side to anything, because again, everything works out for your good. Everything happens for you and never to you. But if you get caught up in the victimhood of it all, then you'll become one of those people who everything is happening to them. Life is just happening to them. Nothing happening for them, but only to them. But what helps you to get into that space is not being very intentional. You have to be extremely intentional about what it is that you're doing. So with that, today we're going to talk about being grateful. We have probably a couple videos that talk about grateful, or at least I talk about being grateful in most of the videos anyway, because that's a major component to self-love, is giving yourself a positive reframe on life to be grateful. It causes you to be able to see more clearly all the great things that you actually have going on in your life. It causes you to consider and look more deeply at things to see the beauty in it. They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that is a very formidable aspect of gratitude, disguised, I'd say. But if you can see all the positive in a thing, then you are better off for it. And sometimes you get people on the internet that feels like, oh, they're doing too much. But you have to understand that the difference, and you can kind of compare. This would be the only time I would tell you maybe to compare for some frame of reference for how things are going. How does your life look against theirs? I mean, if you can really tell it. I mean, it is the internet, but if in general you take resonance with the fact that they seem to be doing really well and it's somebody that you would listen to or consider listening to because it seems like their life is going pretty good, then it's a reason why you find resonance with them. And it's probably suggestive of the fact that they have something that you need and can help you get yourself into a better position where gratitude is concerned, and really reshaping your entire life, because that's what gratitude does. So with that, the intentional component of being grateful is looking intensely and intently at things to be grateful for. And again, because we're conditioned toward negativity, that's not always the easiest thing to do at first. But to help you, I suggest a couple things. I keep a gratitude journal. that I did not bring in here to show y'all. But for a little while now, I have been doing that, and that was a major game changer. Every day I write out, I started out with 10 things. I wanted to list at least 10 things every single day that I was grateful for. And the more you get to looking at stuff, the less difficult it becomes, because you realize that you have so many things to be grateful for. And if you struggle at first, consider just your person, just what you have as an individual: the ability to see, the ability to smell, the ability to taste, the ability to feel. You can start with your senses. The fact that you don't have to control none of your body functions with intention. The fact that your blood pumps and flows out on its own. You don't have to control and tell it to do none of that. You don't have to tell yourself to blink. Nothing. You don't have to, make sure you can hear every second of the day. There's a lot to be grateful for just in that. That's not even moving on to anything external, and that's not even a fraction of your physical capacity as a human being. So many things to be grateful for. So whatever you can, and actually sit with it. Go with things, like just sit there for a second and consider, like, okay, what am I grateful for? And consider how you can see, whether it be with or without glasses. You may not have 20/20 vision. You might wear glasses, but the fact that there are things that enable you to see, and you can see, is something to be grateful for. If you got contacts, it's contacts. If whatever the case may be, right there. You're not looking for reasons to be ungrateful, and you're not looking for things to discredit. You're looking for things to give more credit and more value to in your life. And respecting those things as the greatness that they are. So you can taste your food. We all like good food. That's something to be grateful for. So begin to attach to that some emotion and see how you begin to feel. The more you sit and think about the things and how great they are, the more that begins to unfold, and you just start going into this rabbit hole, if you will, of gratefulness and gratitude. And it's a very, very pleasant place to be. I assure you, it is a desired place to be. So that's one way. But more recently in this year, I decided to do something new to still push more gratitude, because you're never beyond it. And really, it suits you so well to continue working hard at being grateful. It changes your life. But anyway, so what I did this year is I decided that I was going to do a good things jar every single day. And I have a notepad. I have a number of notepads or sticky notes and any kind of paper I can really find to write on. And every single day that's something I consider as great. It's good if you find something every day, but you'll forget some days to write it. But try to be really intentional about recording the goodness in every day. And that will build up a really good habit and cycle of gratitude. And my plan is on December the 31st, or maybe even the 1st, I will read every single good thing or thing that I considered good to put in this jar out loud to myself as a reflective component and measure of the greatness of this year. But also to take it a step further, just because I'm not always home to put something in my good things jar, I also keep a tab in my OneNote, which is by Microsoft. If you haven't heard of that, it's an app. You can access it from your computer. It's an office type product by Microsoft. But I have a tab specifically for good things that I keep. So if I'm unable to write and put it in this jar And so that I definitely won't forget, because 9 times out of 10, I have access to my phone to be able to at least jot something down really quick in my notes. I can put it there and just let it be there and read it as well at the end, or I can transfer all of those things from my good things tab into my good things jar. But that's how intentional I want us all to be. Do things that help you keep this change in your face. I talked about in some other videos, keeping change in your face, and it's so important to becoming the greatest version of yourself, and that is self-love. That is a component of self-love. And I always tell y'all that the more grateful you are, the more things the universe will give you to be grateful for. It'll keep on coming. The good times will keep on rolling. Anyway, that's the message. I've been needing to get that to y'all, and today is the day. Y'all finally get it. Anyway, I leave you in love and in light. Be grateful, be gracious, be grateful again and again and again. Keep being grateful intentionally, and do what you got to do to stay right there. Keep gratefulness keeps you positive, and that's what we want. Because a positive mind creates positive things in your life. You manifest from a place of positivity. Anyway, love and light.